Star Trek Resurgence, a Star Trek universe-based game that came out in May of 2023, and I will be playing this game now in November of 2023, about 6 months after it was released. I'm very excited about playing this Star Trek game. I've heard about it, of course, but I didn't know exactly what it would be about or what it would entail or what type of game it would end up being, or if this would be a fun game that I could record, but I think it will be, so I'm very excited about playing this game. I am going to do a full Let's Play, a full gameplay of it, so subscribe if you would like to see that. I'm going to do this entire game, and I'm very excited about that. So what is this game? Well, this is an adventure video game. So I did look up a little bit on the About page of the web page for the game, just to find out what type of game it was. And it says, and I'm quoting this from the web page, Star Trek Resurgence is a narrative-driven adventure game created by former members of Telltale Games that deliver all the excitement and wonder of the Star Trek universe. Join the crew of the U.S.S. Resolute as First Officer Jara Rydek and enlisted engineer Carter Diaz on a mission to prevent an eons-old and powerful force from engulfing everything in its wake. So this game is developed by Dramatic Labs. I have not heard of them before, but it does say it is from they are former members of Telltale Games, and I have heard of them. This game is based on the Unreal Engine, using the Unreal Engine, so that's unique and exciting. I'm very excited about that. Having a Star Trek game on the Unreal Engine is pretty cool. As it says, this is an adventure game, so this is one of those narrative-driven type of games where the choices that you choose to your character and to other characters make branching storylines, and it changes the outcome. It makes the conclusion or the outcome of your choices different based on what you choose, how you play this game. Are you going to be a nice character or a mean character? That affects your gameplay and it affects the outcome. And I'm very excited about that. I love those type of games because it also gives replayability. It allows you to replay it and make different choices that may lead to a different outcome. So just know that my choices may not be the same choices you made when you play, so you may see a different outcome in this game when I'm playing it. But that also means I can play it one way right now, and then in the future, if I want to, I can replay it and choose different choices and see where that leads. So if you would like to see that, let me know, and if you're interested in that, in seeing that gameplay in this game, I will do that in the future. But the way I'm going to play this game right now is I'm going to play it as a goody-two-shoes Starfleet officer. So I am the epitome of a Starfleet officer. I say all the nice things, all the right things. I want to inspire my crew. I want to inspire my fellow officers. And so that's the type of Starfleet officer that I'm going to play in this round. I want to see what that leads to and what the outcome of the game is with those choices. But then, like I said, I could replay this game and make like really mean choices in another playthrough and do that, which could be a lot of fun. So subscribe if you want to see that. I think, if there's a lot of interest, I might do something like that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm excited to play it. Just a little bit of background on my Star Trek history in case you are not aware of other games I play and other games that I'm into on my channel. This is your first time ever viewing my channel. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I have seen every Star Trek there is, and that includes the TOS, all of TOS. That includes the TOS movies. That includes the TNG series, the TNG movies, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, heck, even Discovery and Picard, and also the Kelvin timeline movies. So I have seen everything, and I'm very familiar with Star Trek's history and all the things in the franchise. And so I'm very excited to, continue that kind of a story. Also, Lower Decks. Got to mention Lower Decks. I love Lower Decks. So the only one I haven't seen, the only recent series I haven't seen is Prodigy, but I've seen everything else. So I'm very excited about this game and getting into it since I'm a big fan of Star Trek in its entirety. Also, Star Trek Online. I play the Star Trek Online MMO. I've been playing it since it launched. In fact, I was in the beta for it before it launched, so I've been playing that since 2009. I play it pretty much every day, so I'm a huge Star Trek Online fan, and I've been playing that, you know, forever. So I know Star Trek, I love Star Trek, and I'm very excited about that. So I'm going in with an informed mind, an educated mind about the Star Trek franchise, and so I'm looking for that authentic Star Trek experience. I'm definitely a prime timeline, prime canon, you know, fan. I love the prime stuff, you know, anything, you know, late 24th century Star Trek, Voyager era, late post-Voyager era. That kind of time frame in Star Trek is one of my favorites. So really looking forward to this and very excited. I am playing this on a GeForce RTX 4090. Not that that's necessary for this type of game, but I've got it, and so that means I'm playing at the absolute highest settings possible. I'll have smooth frame rates. I'll have the best image quality. I am a image quality nerd as well. I love image quality in games. I love the gameplay experience. I love the immersion of gaming and just getting into the game, playing at maximum settings as the developer intended, playing, you know, getting that maximum immersion from a game, and so that's what I enjoy, and that's what I have going on here in Star Trek Resurgence. All right, so all of that out of the way, let's start the game. I'm gonna hit play, and hopefully the volumes are okay. If the volumes are too loud, or some things are too loud or not too loud, I will adjust it as I go on. And I also hope the music volume won't be a problem. Sometimes that can cause copyright issues. If it does, I don't know. I may have to turn that off. But let's start right now. Begin. Let's go. Hope you all are having a blessed day today. I've got a hot coffee in front of me. Let me know what you're drinking down below as we watch and play Star Trek Resurgence. From Dramatic Labs, we have a shuttlecraft.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission.
Piecing our ship back together, huh? Did they get into battle or something? Have to
the crew isn't letting this
put it back together.
Ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy. Nature of the universe.
We don't know the captain's name yet.
Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Boy, I am so ready for a story-driven, narrative-driven kind of game right now. This is going to be exciting.
Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome.
So is that who we are, Jara Rydek? Uh-oh. Turbulence. Oh, right mouse button. Wow, already it's giving us those kind of things. So right off the bat, I know what kind of game it's going to be now. Oh, wait, don't. I've seen worse. Are you joining? I'm going to be nice. Don't close your eyes. I'm going to make them happy.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse.
So that was one of my questions, is
focus on that.
Was it going to give us a time limit on the answers? And yeah, the crew is impacted by the things you say. So that's important. And he's happy, he's smiling, so that's good.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment.
That's the kind of character I'm going to play.
To the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
Where we want to we want to lift our fellow officers up. I'm the kind of character who's very enthusiastic, very optimistic.
But if she's half the officer
And there's
I
an
knew
old
she
ship.
could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy. She'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Oh, there's an Excelsior class, and I don't know the one at the bottom. Is that dang, I forgot the name of the ship. The type of ship it is. I'm not so good with ship types. I know a lot of them, but I don't know all the variants, and Equinox. I want to say it's like an Equinox, but it's not Equinox. Is it? I don't know. Let me know what ship that was below, because I probably got it wrong. I'm trying to figure out what kind of species we are. I can't tell what species she is. I don't know. Okay. This was another question I had. Is this game going to be just like a movie where you answer questions, or is it going to be like a third person and I can move my character around? I can absolutely interact with the game and move my character around. Ah, this is great. Press to interact.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Starbase 128. Alright, so yeah, one of the first questions I had was, is it going to give me a timer for, the dialogue options? And it does seem like it's going to give me a timer. I personally hate that, because I like to go over my questions and dialogue and think about it. For example, in Deus Ex, the games Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, it gives you time for your choices, and I like that. That's the kind of style I like. So this one is going to be challenging for me. I'm going to have to quickly make a decision and hopefully make the right one. So there's that. And then my second question was answered. This is a third-person game.
Commander?
So I am a commander.
I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time.
Very impressive.
In the history of the academy.
Really? That's quite impressive.
That's how I'm doing it.
Thank you. It was tough. But I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Hello.
Place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Place hand. Scan. Commander Jara Rydek, First Officer, U.S.S. Resolute.
Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek?
Yeah.
You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test.
Thank you. I did.
You finished in what, like the top 3?
Well, I don't want to
would be me.
boast, but
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before.
Oh, the pleasure is mine.
I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure is mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the
Ermot.
concourse just
Commander
ahead.
Ermot.
See you on the Resolute.
So we're on the space station right now. We're not on the Resolute yet, which I don't know what type of ship it's going to end up being. Find Commander Ermot. I wanted to read our bio. It said the bio on the screen here, but I didn't get to read on it. Something said sterile, I think. I don't know. I want to know what species we are. Oh, man. And so, right off the bat, the uniforms tell me, look at the comm badge. We're in, like, Voyager era, or maybe post-Voyager, but definitely around there, right?
Good day, Commander.
Again, like I said, my favorite time period, so this is right up my alley. I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm thinking, guys, that I'll probably do about an hour-long videos for each of my recordings on this. So, been about 14 minutes now. We'll do another 45 minutes or so. So about an hour long for each video. I hope you all enjoy this playthrough and stay along for the ride with me. If you want to see this complete playthrough, obviously subscribe to the channel, and I'll have new videos on this. And that'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's see.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a Boolean, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Yeah, but so the way I play, if you guys are not familiar with my gameplay type, I like to search everything. I like to look around. I like to explore. I'm a huge explorer. I like to talk to everybody I can talk to. So if there's somebody I can talk to, I'm talking to them. Talk to a lost crewman. I'm going to help him find his way.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Oh, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
See, that's the kind of Starfleet
Thanks
officer
so
I am.
much, Commander.
And everybody's happy. So I imagine, like, if you hadn't have done that, it could have been more negative or whatever, you know. You never know what all these options will lead to.
The ship I was hoping for.
Why's that?
Well, you haven't heard? Some kind of accident. Your warp core overloaded.
Uh-oh.
That's a big deal.
I spent 6 months fixing it up.
Was it the captain's fault?
That's the rumor. Yeah.
Uh-oh, so they blame the captain. So that's why we're in dry dock here. So something happened, or at the starbase. I was hoping I could talk to them and clear up that little misunderstanding. But I guess I don't know what happened either. Oh, I can run. Oh, there's some dialogue options. Here we go. This is a Starfleet officer.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Boolean around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Gotcha.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Honestly, her species is not clicking for me. Like, I would have said Bajoran, but that's not Bajoran. Her nose is not wrinkly. Her forehead is... It's not Cardassian, obviously. I don't know what she is. Oh, I can examine a replicated meal.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Okie dokie, I guess I will. I could examine
Starbase 128 has
information.
4 docks.
4 docks. Starbase 128. 4 docks.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, just coming through. Hello, people. Alright, I guess I have to talk to the captain. I can't do anything
You hear
else.
the Resolute's getting a new first officer?
Yeah, me.
Someone from the crew got promoted?
Yeah, me.
Oh, get this. They're from a different ship.
Yeah, me.
Oof. Wonder how the crew feel about that.
Happy, because they love me.
Makes them look desperate. Is their crew that
Dang,
bad?
these people are
Yeah,
really
not a
negative.
good look.
These people have terrible attitudes. Okay, commander. No, he's not what? Is he captain? He's commander, though. Okay, talk. We're the same rank.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, operations officer on the Resolute.
Okay, operations officer. It's not the captain.
Commander?
A
Well, there
Boolean.
wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us
it was
right
fine.
now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble at all.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
glad to hear it.
it was a little bumpy, but I don't know. I'm just trying to keep positive, right?
We're grateful you were able to come fill our first
Might have
officer
fibbed a little.
vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all.
What have you heard?
Research vessel.
I'd like to get a little more info.
What exactly have you heard about me?
Maybe
First
that
in your
wasn't the right
class at
answer, but
Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion.
okay. I was in the Dominion
Most
War.
recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the U.S.S. Endeavor.
Oh,
You've done
okay.
your homework.
Endeavor.
Like I said, We're very lucky.
Yeah, so I wanted to get a little bit of background info on her. She was in the Dominion War. So this is post-Dominion War then. Now I know where we are.
The U.S.S. Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed.
Oh.
We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day,
I'm
we're
sorry
all
for your
responsible
loss.
for each other.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy.
Did you lose anyone
There
close?
are some things you can't forget.
Did you lose anyone close to you?
Too many. And to that I'll just say, you have big shoes to fill.
Oh boy.
Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first.
I can earn their trust.
Until
Absolutely.
they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Trust is earned, and it sounds like I have my work cut out for me. But I plan on winning them over.
I don't doubt that.
See, that's the attitude to have as a
Just figured it was
Starfleet
better
officer.
to know what you're walking into.
Of course.
Press
Starfleet has
enter
assigned
to
us a
explore the
high-priority
impact of your
mission to the
choices.
Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
So I'm not going to be able to read every dialogue option because the timer goes too fast. I would read it to you all, but the timer goes too fast, so I'm just going to have to like read it quickly in my head and then make a choice. But I'll tell you what choice I make. W. Open that thing. Oh, now what is this? Shuttle.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. This, because it says plasma torch. Ah, I turned it on. They're really making you do like every little thing, huh? Find it, turn it on. Whoa, that's an interesting kind of thing I have to do there. So I gotta like keep it, I gotta move my mouse really in a weird way to keep everything centered. Okay. It's like trying to pull my mouse in a different direction, and I have to keep pulling it down or over or whatever to circle, 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 circle. Okay. S, S, S. WWW. Boy, they are making you do every minute piece of job here. D plus that. What? Why? Okay. Sure.
Is that?
The lower decks. Literally. Oh, look at that guy sitting up there on that shuttle. Just relaxing. Literally the lower decks.
Fried.
Trill.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Millie.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Follow Edsler. Alright, it said I could hit enter to see my branching choices. Let's see. Oh, look, your crew is Commander Ermot. Jara made a good first impression with Commander Ermot, coming off as shrewd and inquisitive while showing empathy for what the crew of the Resolute suffered. Coming off as shrewd and inquisitive. Let's see, that's not what I was going for. So I think it was that first option where I chose to ask what about me. I did that because I wanted some background information on our character, but apparently that came off as shrewd and inquisitive. So I didn't mean that. So already I've probably branched a little bit from what I had intended. That really shows you that replayability is going to be extremely high on this game. All right, but my second option where I asked about the crew and what he suffered showed my empathy, so I loved that. All right. Ensign Calloway was grateful for his guidance when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. Ah, good. So, yeah, and I guess there's more that I don't have opened yet. So it looks like I play as Jara and Carter, so now I'm Carter and I'll play as Carter. Okay. I'm also going to turn my music volume just really far down. I am kind of worried about it. But also it's kind of loud, so.
Everything okay?
We're just going to do this without the music.
Between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Ooh, then another hour of recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
Like I said, I like to explore. I like to talk. I want to... Well, she can wait. Actually, maybe she can't. Might be one of those things where if you wait too long, they get mad at you for waiting. Right? Could be, right? Why am I picking this up? I don't know what I'm doing. I dropped it. I tried to do the control. It said do left mouse button. I must have messed up the control.
Hurry up! So
I want to try it again.
I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Okay, now calm down there. I guess I got that movement wrong. All right, so this game is going to have those quick time movements, quick time of things you have to do. I hate that I dropped that.
Time's wasting.
Darn, that probably affected something too. See, that's going to annoy me this entire game, that I think I'm making the wrong choices, or I do something like that and I think I'm like gonna.
Hey, don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Okay, I'm on the Resolute now. So I'm Carter, and I'm on the Resolute. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to be so paranoid that all the choices I'm making are,
good to see her fully operational.
you know, hurting me.
And if she breaks, we'll just fix her.
Hi.
Junction 34B gives you access to the tubes behind cargo storage all the way to the turbo lift.
Not after the retrofit. Bulkhead cuts it off at Section 2. New computer reroutes.
So then...
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work in that tube. Then take the turbo lift from Section 2 to Section 3.
Well, wait, there's a subfloor crossover around Junction 32E.
I love this,
using the turbo lift.
I love these
I
dialogues.
just like being in the tubes. It's my domain.
Tell me what type of ship this is, by the way. I am not extremely familiar with what this ship is. Like, I've seen this type before. I just don't recognize off the top of my head.
Hey, you need any help? Okay, good luck.
What class it's called. I mean, it might come to me later on. Also, it looks like this game is based on an older Unreal Engine. I was hoping it was going to be like Unreal Engine 5, but yeah, that wouldn't make sense. I guess it's Unreal Engine 4.
Engineering.
So the graphics
the new
are
just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway.
a little
I just hope whatever
substandard.
Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him.
Hey,
I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
we can handle
Hanging
anything.
upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
So with Carter, I'm also
Your
going to play
optimism is
nice.
Positively contagious.
Yep, I'm going to play nice with Carter also.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovok.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Edselar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you.
Okay.
A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer
Sorry for the delay.
on repeated occasions.
Sorry for the delay.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
We're just
So,
trying to be
I don't
nice.
suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood.
We
But
will
many
be
systems
ready.
have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary.
But
All that
I'm
I
still
require
gonna
is that
do it.
You do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it.
So
And
it's
they're
on
going
us
to be
now.
On schedule. Consequences be damned.
It's on us.
It all comes down to us, Nilly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Whoa. Excuse me.
I love the chaotic nature of the ship already.
A lot of new faces coming on board.
Ooh, look at that. Classic 24th century
It's gotta be tough
from the
coming as
movies.
a replacement. That's for sure.
Give them a chance.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt.
That's right.
Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Welcome aboard.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
That's right. I'm playing this
He still owes me a
diplomatic.
bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Let's take it. Here we go. Yeah, I love these
Let me help you.
EV suits from the movies.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Star Trek First Contact,
Good to go.
where we had to walk out. They had to walk out on the hull and take the deflector out. It's so cool that we're walking out on the hull too. We're going outside the ship.
Activating magnetic souls.
No, they're called magnetic boots, not souls. Yes. Oh, I have to. What do I do? Oh, I have to put the little dot on the thing. Okay, well, we're going outside. I want to see, first of all, I got some new people here. We've got Petty Officer Morris. Miranda felt encouraged by Carter's warm reception when she first arrived aboard the Resolute, holding out hope there might be some chemistry between them. Oh, really? Okay. Lieutenant Commander Chovak found Carter to be respectful and responsible when he and Esler were almost late in range engineering. Good. So we're on everybody's good side with Carter. Perfect. Okay, well, we're walking. We're walking here. Take her hand. Whoa, that's pretty freaky.
That view never gets old.
Let's go.
Holy crap. We're walking on the edge of the saucer. Now this is an awesome view. I love this view of the ship. Alright, I'm going to say it right off the bat. Texture quality is not very good in this game. I thought it would be better. It could be better using the Unreal Engine, but it's not that great. It's okay. It's average. Oh, now I'm her. Oh, I like how we flew right back into the window, and now we are her again. That was a cool transition from him to her, you know.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobliads. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen.
Oh, is that what I am?
And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay.
I've never heard of that.
No risk of running out.
Duridium.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
Maybe that's why it was talking about my cell structure earlier. I think that's why it was talking about my cell structure earlier. I'm this duridium blah 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 blah. I need to see the word again. I don't remember what it was. I am that, and I need stuff to sustain me. Okay. Commander. And I think I will turn it up. Not that. So, wait, why is the sound effects volume all the way down? I think I accidentally turned the sound effects volume down. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get acclimated with the game. First video, so a little, gotta get the volumes just right. Alright, let's see. We have a model train.
He's still got a thing for trains. The warp engines of their day, apparently.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
This is enough for me.
But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I don't know the details. Let's get the details. I want the details. That's why I'm saying this. Not to be mean, I just want to know the details.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained. Probably because they want to protect me. But I don't mind telling you.
Yeah, as the first officer, I should know.
We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology.
Oh?
10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed.
Really?
What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle.
Oh, pushed the warp core too hard, huh?
It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people.
Wonder what that breakthrough was that they found.
As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You aren't to blame.
You're being too hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility.
Well, I get that.
No matter what the circumstances. In my defense, I will say We might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me.
Well, why don't I trust
There was
you?
a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account.
Okay.
But once we decide on a course of action,
I understand this,
I
Captain,
need
now.
everyone to fully commit to the mission.
He's got an honest face. All right.
Anything short of that just won't work.
You can rely on me.
That's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good.
To a fault.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, good. I made him happy.
But at the end of the day, it has to be my call.
Well, of course.
Look,
I know that, too.
I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponential.
Oh, I want all these things. I want all these things.
Will brief us on the details.
Who's the diplomat? I gotta know.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
I have to know.
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front.
Okay.
The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What?
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure.
Ooh. Okay.
When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying.
No, I would
you
be
have my
honored.
full support.
I'd be honored.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Come. Let me introduce you to
See, here's the thing. I want to ask all the questions, but it only lets you ask one. I want to say about the storm. I want to ask about the diplomat. I want all of it. Captain Solano. Captain Solano was reassured by Jara's modesty and leadership potential after their first meeting. See, that's good. All right, good. I'm in a good place. I do want to... I guess I'm going to bring that down just a little bit, actually, because... Ugh. All right, let's go. Could I just wander around? Like, where am I supposed to go now? Follow him, I guess? Okay, well, we'll just do that. I don't want him to get mad for not following him. Oh, we're right on the bridge. Beautiful bridge. Love the wood grain. Classic Enterprise D wood grain. Mahogany.
Everyone,
You gotta have a starship with mahogany.
I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman. One of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time.
Okay.
And
Yeah, she's
I look
right in
forward to
my
learning
face.
as much as I can from you.
Well, that's very kind.
That's very kind of you to say. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad.
Kobliad.
Because of what you've overcome.
Kobliad.
Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves. And you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done.
That's very flattering.
But you definitely set a standard to strive for.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Ooh, the bridge is mine. Sit in the captain's chair when ready. Nice. I'm the captain now. Alright, let's see, though, if we have anyone else. No, nobody else. Just these three. Let's see what this says.
So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
So this is the U.S.S. Resolute. Again, somebody tell me what type of starship, what, I know it, and I've seen it, and I should know it, but my brain is drawing a blank on the type right now. The class. I'm just looking around. I'm trying to enjoy. Science Officer Station.
Science Station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily.
And it is a science vessel.
Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
Really? Okay. Interesting. Let's go to all the stations.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much.
Well,
but if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
As a science ship, I doubt we're equipped to handle a whole lot.
Operations, staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
So there's two commanders, though? We have Ermont and us. Why are there two commanders? Did I miss something there? I guess I probably did.
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable.
Centaur class.
Can't wait to see what she can do.
Okay, well, never mind. You don't have to let me know in the comments. Now I know it is a Centaur class, which I am not familiar with. I mean, I don't know if I've ever played this type of ship in Star Trek Online. Centaur class. No, I don't think I have. Yeah, okay. Centaur class, and she's been refit. So that's interesting, okay. Well, now I know some stuff. Turbo lift. I could go to the turbo lift, but it says to sit in the captain's chair. I imagine this would let me go to different decks or whatever, hopefully, but I want to try it. I just want to see what happens if I try it.
Turbo lift could take me anywhere on the
ship. Well,
ship,
I know
but
that.
I'm right where I need to be.
Okay, so no choice. Must go to captain's chair.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field.
Is that going to cause a problem? Are we going to die?
Maintenance mode. Condition blue.
Okay, the SIF is down. Oh, but wait a minute. We're on the... I forgot we were on the outside of the ship.
They turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's us. Yeah, we have to do the thing. That's why we turned that off. we have to do the thing out here so that they can... Yeah, okay. I get it.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
I forgot we were out
Still
here.
got some scars on her. It adds character.
We're playing as two people.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No.
That is a
Sometimes it
great
feels like
view.
we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all.
I got no complaints.
Still a machine.
Yeah, what are you complaining about? We got the best seat in the house out here.
See, I'm positive.
I wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
D and wait a minute. D and that. Okay. Gotta get used to the controls it wants me to do. W. And calibration tool, right?
Beginning recalibration.
Align the SIF. Danger zone. Tune nodes to center the circular indicators. Tune nodes. Oh, I get it. I've got it. Nope. Up here, I said. Got it.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Did I do it?
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of
also
being
a
the
commander.
senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out.
You think highly of
Better
yourself.
than just about anyone.
That's impressive. Let's compliment him.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
He's an a-hole, but let's
This is a
compliment him
research and
anyway.
Discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer.
Oh, come on.
I'm curious though. A Kobliad, or
Oh, half.
in
I'm
your
half
case,
Kobliad.
is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition.
Vulnerable condition.
But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
Oh, the ring gives me an infusion.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario.
Thank you for your concern, or the captain understands.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my
Yeah.
well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Oh, that was a little more angry.
I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all.
I don't know. Hopefully that was the right choice.
Can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he
Try getting to know me, or I could never fill his
So I can
shoes.
only hope
Try
that
getting
you
to
live
know
up to
me.
expectations.
Try getting to know
We
me.
just met. You might like me after you get to know me.
They say familiarity breeds contempt, but who knows?
Oh, this guy's a problem.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Red lights. The storm's getting worse, I bet. We gotta come inside.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound. On screen.
Oh no. I think we need to get inside.
Tracing its trajectory.
The starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
We got people out there.
Power abnormalities all
Okay,
over the
red
ship.
alert. We're already
Red alert.
going to red alert in starbase.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Wouldn't red alert automatically turn on the SIF?
On screen.
I
With the
believe
structural
so.
integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Oh no, red alert would turn it on, wouldn't it?
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
Or
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave.
I think it's a science. I'm gonna go with the science
You have to
officer.
believe me.
I think I'm gonna go with
Get
the.
one shot at this.
Darn,
We can't afford to get it wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the
That's
deflector
right,
pulse.
Which is why we need to send power
Deflector
to our
pulse.
shields.
Commander Westbrook, use the deflector dish.
Already working on it. Optimal timing displayed.
Because he's the he's the science
Send the
officer.
pulse
That's
on
why
my
I went with him.
Now.
Oh, that was too early. I didn't read the. Oh, crap on a monkey stick. The mission failed. Jara issued the command at the wrong time.
Commander Westbrook, use the deflector dish.
Already working on it.
Okay.
Optimal timing displayed.
So we can fail things. I have learned a lesson.
Send the pulse on my command.
All right, I got to read this better. All right, I need to do it at the optimal time. When is the optimal time?
Now.
Now is the optimal time.
We got it. This is it.
All hands, brace for impact.
Wow. Our warp drive is going crazy.
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
And an explosion.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Can't believe we survived that out on the hull. So several things just happened there
We've reached
that
the first access point.
I need to talk
Understood.
about.
Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
So several things just happened there. I learned we can fail missions. Also, I went with the science officer because he's the science officer, not the suck-up. She's a suck-up, right? That other girl. But the science officer sounded like maybe he knew, but I don't know. Maybe she knew better.
Engage the override.
Maybe she
It should
knew
allow
better.
us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic
So-
core shutdown.
I don't know. I'd like to try it again. Like in a
Failsafe override engaged.
in a second playthrough,
Are you
I'd choose
sure?
the other
I am
option.
registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
It gave me very little time. Had to decide quickly on that one. Okay, I switched some
Diaz to
Isolinear
Resolute.
ships.
The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm
Well-
gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Run. 1 to equip phaser. Aim. Fire. So it's kind of like a third-person shooter.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Use your phaser to clear a path. Oh, this is fun. So there is a little bit of like combat-y stuff in this. Whoa, that one snuck up over here. This is fun! Look at this. I'm shooting plasma balls and dying. Shoot.
Are you alright? Yeah. Suit took most of it. Just snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy density is down to 60%.
What do we got? What do we got? We got a time limit, too.
We're at the regulator point. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
I am working efficiently. I'm new to the game. Give me a break. I'm new to Starfleet. I just started Starfleet.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Twist, turn. Okay, grab control, adjust control.
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance.
Yay!
Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovak.
Okay, well that's breaking apart. Where's the captain? Oh, he's on the starbase, that's right. I forgot. He is on the starbase. Oh, crap. Well, that's not good.
Get down!
Alright, we gotta do quick movements. Quick time events.
We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but
and they're not
working.
Not working?
What are our options?
Die.
The docking clamps are fitted with
No.
exploding bolts for an emergency release.
Let's not do that.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now.
Do I blow it?
Damage to
Our
the
crew
station
is
will
out
be
there.
catastrophic.
No, our crew is out there.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
I'm not losing the crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which
Yes.
theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
Reverse the polarity of the neutron flux.
Right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
That's right.
I'm giving you an order.
Oh, crap. Oh no, what do I do? Trust me, I'm right.
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
Yes.
You better be sure you make the right decision.
Well, I'm trying.
The captain made himself quite clear.
Yes, but I'm right.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
Reverse the polarity, do something. I don't know, died. Blow the bolts, reverse the polarity. Reverse.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Reverse polarity.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage
Okay,
the
well now the
clamps.
captain's mad at me.
Yes, Commander.
Shoot. But I don't want to kill our crew.
This is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse whole polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark!
Well, I barely did it. Like, at the last second.
Grab my hand. I got you.
Wow. This game's intense. I'm sweating, guys. This game is so intense.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Shift right. Up. Up, 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 up. Come on, you can do it. Push, push with everything you've got. Go, 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 go. I'm hitting these keys so hard. That's right. Teamwork. Let's go. My gosh, guys, I'm sweating right now. I am sweating. So sweaty. Oh my gosh. No! It hit her. I grabbed her. Luckily.
I got you.
That was a quick movement.
Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that. I'm going there now.
Ugh, this game's intense. Alright, W, we're walking as slowly as can be. Walking as slowly as possible.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Oh, she's alive. I saved her. We better get back inside. Why did she do that?
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this.
No way, you first.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Yep. Her first. Oh, she put it in there to jam it open. But now we can't close it. I got hit. Wait, so if she had... Is she dead? Or am I dead? I mean, wait, what just happened? So if I had gone first, she would have died?
We made it.
Oh, good, they made it. But am I okay? Is he okay?
They're safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Okay, say it worked out in the end. It was rough, but it worked out in the end. But the captain is not happy with us now. We angered the captain, and I didn't want to do that. The price of a duty. See, did I make the right choice, though? Did I make the right choice? So many choices. Oh, man, this game is good.
I'm good. Help me with him.
But I need to replay it 100 times now to try all the different options. Oh, no, we're fried. But we're okay. We're okay. We're charred, but we're alive.
Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good.
No, I don't. But I'll be okay. I am the main character after all.
Gotta be more careful.
One of the main.
I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
I'm calling it now with that mark on his face. He was infected by an alien entity. I'm calling it now, because that's what happens in Star Trek. There's an ion storm, and then somebody gets infected by some omnipotent
EPS
being.
flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermont?
You know?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Okay, so it was a right move.
Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
But he's not happy that I disobeyed an order, but I did make the right move for the ship, right? That's what I have to convince him now. I made the right move for the ship and the crew. But he is not happy. He's not a happy camper. How am I gonna do this? Gotta convince him.
You disobeyed my orders.
Oh boy. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. It was the right decision. I shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't have gone against your orders, sir.
You can't unring that bell.
No, but...
Especially when you do it, not just in front of the bridge crew, but while I was in front of the Starbase staff. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do?
I had to own up to it. That's why I chose that option. I had to own up to it.
From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Captain,
you
I
didn't
told
have the
you I'd be
facts.
honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship.
Right, that's what I'm trying to get at.
If you're worried about your credibility, put your
ego aside and trust your crew. Right, that's it.
Trust me.
I have to convince him I made the right choice for the ship and the
You
crew.
might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
Getting some audio glitches.
I'm sure
it's
he
weird.
doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either.
Good, see? I got him.
I don't really know if you weren't in those shoes.
I convinced him.
So,
thank you for understanding.
You did what you had to.
Thank you for understanding.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
That's right.
I'm sure you will, someday.
Yes, I have to make the right calls, though.
Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart.
I have to protect
the... Mr. Ermont, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs.
I'm the commander.
And we'll set out for Hotari.
I have to set the right... I have to protect the crew and the ship. That is my role, and that's what I'm doing here with the captain. And I let him know that, and he, I think, respects that. I hope. All I ask is a tall ship. Well, the crew...
All departments reporting full mission
I
readiness.
think the crew are on, like me now. I've like made
We've got
friends
our full complement on board.
with the crew,
This
right?
is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
The crew has to trust us, and we have to trust the crew. It works both ways, but yes, they have to know they can trust me, and that I am on their side. I'm on their back. I'm trying to help them.
Sit, everyone.
That I care about them.
You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Good speech, and it looks like we are departing the starbase finally.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Centaur class. I need to play this ship in Star Trek Online and see what it... I mean, it's probably... like... well, I guess they're all tier 6 now, but... yeah, anyway. Getting off topic. I want to play this ship in Star Trek Online. Try it out.
That should do it.
Looks like there's a shuttle bay underneath us.
Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
Warp 8. Man,
You know what?
we're flying.
You take this one.
We are flying, man. Warp 8.
Me?
We're going all the way. Engage. Make way. Engage.
Engage.
Classic Picard line. And we're off. Warp 8. Heading somewhere really fast. I guess we're going to that star system where the diplomat, we have to do something there. Sit in the exo chair. Whoa, I almost fell over.
Careful.
Thank you. I'm fine.
Oh.
Really?
I'm a whatever.
You don't look fine.
I gotta take that medication. I'm a something person. I have to take my ring medication. Juridium. I require...
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
I have to take Juridium or I'm in trouble.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Man, I pass out. I completely pass out without this Juridium. That's unexpected. Wow, that's major stuff. But how did I not have it? Like, I should always have a supply with me or something.
Well, that was quite a scare.
I should have a hypo spray or something.
One of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
Yeah, hey, we met. Oh, it's meta.
He'll live. Just needs rest.
Our character and his character seeing each other together.
Got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer.
All right.
To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before.
Kobliad. I keep forgetting the name.
Rare. I know.
Kobliad. Never heard of it.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the Duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive.
So we need this to survive.
I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
Well, it can be difficult, let's be honest.
I don't like the attention it brings. Being treated differently than everyone else.
But you are different. That's not something you can change.
That's not what I meant.
True. But sometimes it makes it even more difficult than it already is.
And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the
I didn't mean to
science
say
and the
that.
experiments
Sometimes
to
these options you don't know what they're going to say when you say them,
with his
or what
methods?
the intent
I don't
is.
agree with his definition of acceptable risks.
But I
When the
meant
lives
that
of
as a
your
good
crew
thing.
are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at
I just
stake.
realized we have gone way over an hour. I need to stop the
Concerns me
video
is that
here.
Now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation.
He's learned his lesson.
Something he can put his name on.
I think after what happened, Captain Solano's learned his lesson. And whatever ambition he once had is on hold for a while.
He may say that, but we'll see what happens. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Well, I didn't do it to defy an order.
Huh. I guess word travels
I
fast
did
around
it
here.
to help my crew.
It's a small ship.
And ship.
And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Darn, I need the stuff to live.
Understood.
I will die without it.
My work here is done.
It's weird. I've never heard of this species. Or duridium.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be lurking outside of sickbay. I didn't want to intrude, so it felt more appropriate to wait out here. We were all worried about you. Or I should say I was.
Oh, I got him on my side.
Sure what was happening at first.
I'm totally
I
fine.
realized it was your condition.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
Well, being a jerk sometimes is part of who I am.
Yeah, so he admitted he's a jerk. But I'm friends with him now. He's my friend. We now are friends.
With the deflector pulse.
Because I trusted him with the deflector pulse.
Well, thank you for coming.
But the other girl,
even though
she's going to be mad at me.
I wanted to.
She really looked up to me before, and now she's not going to be looking up to me. That's,
Carter,
that sucks.
the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
She likes me. We're in love.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried.
Well, thanks for checking on me.
You aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall.
I hear you've been checking in on me. Thanks for that.
One of the benefits of working a security rotation. Lots of opportunities to walk by sickbay and stop in. Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you.
You can tell me anything.
Instead of tiptoeing around it.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
But then come on. Just spit it out.
I love you.
Trying. Let me talk.
Let's get married.
What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time.
And I want to take it to the next level.
I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore.
I'm ready for
I want
it.
to see if there's more between us.
I have feelings for you too. Let's go.
Just being friends.
Let's do it. Let's go down that path.
I feel the same way.
Let's go down this path. I'm interested.
So, do you want to find out what that something is?
Yes, let's do it.
If it's there for you.
Absolutely. I'm going headstrong.
Let's
go.
Give it a try.
No, let's do it.
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm down for this.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Ooh. Ooh. A little romance in Star Trek. I like that. I'll take it. Cast adrift. I really need to end this video. I'm just really enthralled, and also there's no stopping place. there's nowhere to stop.
Out of warp. Dropping to impulse.
It just keeps going. The game just goes and doesn't stop.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Like I need a stopping point.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Okay, I am going to stop here. I have to stop because it's been almost an hour and a half. Let's go over the new people we met and see where we stand with these people now that things have changed, and then I'll kind of give a post-game summary of my first thoughts of playing for this first hour and a half here. Alright, Captain Solano still had misgivings about his orders being defied, but remained willing to place his trust in his new first officer to live up to his expectations. Okay, not terrible. Lieutenant Bedrosian admired Jara's instincts to protect the crew when Starbase ordered her to disengage the docking clamps, and she thought highly of Jara's efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to Captain Solano. And she was relieved when Jara defied Captain Solano's orders and made her own command decision in the moment. I guess we're okay with her. Commander Westbrook felt ashamed of his behavior and was impressed by Jara's strength when he saw her outside of sickbay. Okay, so we're friends. Ermot was glad Jara's first instinct was to protect the crew when Starbase ordered her to disengage the docking clamps, and he appreciated Jara's efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to Captain Solano. Commander Ermot respected Jara's rational approach when she defied Captain Solano's orders and refused to put the crew on the hull at risk. Okay, good. I just noticed also everybody is a commander. Why are there so many commanders on this ship? We got to talk about that. Dr. Duval understood Jara's loyalty to her captain, but was encouraged to see her thinking independently when she defied Captain Solano's orders. Lieutenant Commander Chovak did not approve of Jara's unwillingness to follow protocol when she defied his orders to blow the bolts. Okay, so as a Vulcan, he would not like that we disobeyed orders, so I understand that. Ensign Calloway was grateful for Jara's helpful guidance when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. All right, we saw that. So that's where we stand there. Let's see where we stand here. Etler was grateful when Carter put her safety ahead of his own out on the hull. Right. I took the blunt of that there. Miranda was thrilled to learn Carter's feelings for her tend toward the romantic, and she looks forward to seeing where the relationship might go. Commander Tuvok found Carter to be respectful and responsible. Right, when they were almost late, which we know. Okay, so that's where we stand right now. Okay, let's go to the main menu. I don't want to... Will it save my progress? Gosh, I'm hoping so, because that would be embarrassing to have to play that all over again. I want to go back to the main menu, because I want to save this. Is there a save button? Pause is enter, which I'm in. I just don't see anything that is like save. I should probably go over these basic moves to like make myself aware of what all the things I can do when it says do this, how to do that, and that sort of thing. Use to control the camera. Yeah, you can kind of move things. All right, anyway. All right, I'm going to go back to the main menu, and I'm going to hope it saves my settings. Let's talk about, or my save game there. Let's talk about, I assume if I go back to play, I would be able to do Cast Adrift. I guess that's where we're starting. Okay. All right, just making sure. I don't want to lose my place. Okay, so let's talk about this first hour here in Star Trek Resurgence. I am extremely interested in this game now. The story is compelling. The gameplay is compelling. The choices are difficult. And so number one, they do not give you a lot of time to make choices. So that's hard because you have to think in the moment and you have to read quickly. One of the things with branching choices like this or making choices like this in a game that sometimes doesn't hit right is when you think a choice means a certain intention, but it actually is not that intention, it's something different. Like if I say something thinking, oh, that's going to be a very positive outcome, but really it was just her being snarky and, being an a-hole or something. Though sometimes you don't know the choice you're clicking, what the actual intention is. So you have to just hope that you're choosing the intention that you intended. You know what I mean? The choice for the intention that you intended. You know what I mean? So sometimes I may make the wrong choice of what I'm actually intending based on what I'm reading. So that's something we'll just have to pile through and see what happens. But all of those choices does make me want to go back and play the game multiple times because I can make so many different options and changes there. And that's very exciting because I could have gone so many different ways with the captain there. I could have gone with the shield option instead of the deflector option. I could have gone with blowing the bolts instead of the reverse polarity thing. I could have done so many different things there and led to so many different outcomes that I now want to know what they lead to. But I think I chose the right option. So what I was trying to go for here was helping the ship, helping the crew. As a first officer, that's my duty to the ship and the crew. Yes, I need to obey the captain. And I could have just totally done that and just disregarded everything, right? But I think my duty is first to the ship and the crew. I just do. So that's where I went. But boy, I would have liked to known what the other options would have done also. So there's a lot of replayability here. I really could replay this game a lot in the future. But anyway, okay, so that's where we are there with that. I like where the storylines are going. There's so many things going on here. I don't even know where to start. We have us. We're some kind of a cobliad. I've never heard of that species, so I guess that's a new made-up species, or if it's not, I've never heard of them before. Duridium, we have to have this or we die, so that's going to be a thing that's going to play an important role, I feel. So we have to be careful with that. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention as I was playing this, which I really quite like, is the dichotomy of going between the lower decks and then the higher-ups. So on one hand, you're playing the commander of the ship. Like, you're commanding the ship. Very important. Then on the second hand, we go all the way down to the end. We're at the lower decks, and we're playing as a lower decks officer. Love that dichotomy. You've got the very low end to the very high end. You're playing one side to the other side. And you're getting to play both ends of that. That's smart, and that's exciting. I like this game because of that. You get to play both sides. You're not just playing the captain, the commander. You're not just playing an ensign. You're not just playing one level. You're playing two roles, the higher up and the lower deck. And that, to me, is exciting and a really cool story element, and I'm glad they were able to make that happen in this game. And the way they transition between the two characters is also very cool. So I like that a lot. Really exciting the way that is set up and the way that's playing. Yeah, so the story and the branching stuff and like all of this is really cool. It is a little difficult, though, on some of the QuickTime movements to know how to move the mouse, and you have to do it really fast or else you fail. And we saw that you can fail missions, so that's something to learn, and a lesson to me is you can fail these QuickTime events, and you basically just have to keep doing them, I guess, till you pass, till you do it right. So that sucks, but I guess I just have to be quick about it, and I have to figure out the controls and learn them quickly. So that's something that's going to be a challenge, but I will continue to try to do better at that. The last thing I want to mention is I am a little bit let down by the graphics. I have to say that. I was pumped up by reading that the game support or used the Unreal Engine. Normally that can be a very good thing, especially if it was using Unreal Engine 5, which it totally could have done. Unreal Engine 5 is out. They could have used Unreal Engine 5, and that would have been... maybe it is using it, just a real low quality. I don't know. But it seems to me like it's using an earlier version, like Unreal Engine 4 or something. But even with that, I think they could have done a better job with the assets. The texture quality seems very low to me. I'm seeing a lot of shadow artifacts. The shadows are not very good. I'm seeing a lot of specular artifacts with the lighting, and there's just the anisotropic filtering is not good either. There's a lot of blurry textures and stuff in the distance, and yeah, there's just a lot here with the graphics they could have improved on, and I wish they had. They could have done better. This game does not feel like a 2023 game in its graphics, but it does in its gameplay, right? So there's just a difference there. I just wanted to call that out because that's what I noticed as I was playing it. Seems a little subpar. Otherwise, though, it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. The plot is good, story's good, and I'm having fun with it, and I want to continue playing it. So this has just been kind of a post-first video wrap-up of my thoughts, initial thoughts playing this game initially. But I plan to do a lot more. Obviously, I don't know how long the game lasts. I will do about an hour-long video for each one. This one went on a little bit long because it's the first video, but each one after this will be about an hour long. That's what I'll do. So, if you want to see this series, if you want to see the full playthrough on my channel, consider subscribing, consider giving this video a like if you like this kind of content and like these reviews that I give in the games. I think that's one of the things that I do very well, or try to do for you all, is to give my thoughts and opinions on the game and give a review and an opinion about it as I'm playing, and then at the end of them. I think that's very important because, again, I play these games as the game developer intended. I'm trying to be immersed in the gameplay, and I want to give thanks, obviously, to the game developers and everything that went into making the game. So I do appreciate all that, and I want to, you know, give the game the respect that it deserves. So thank you all for watching this first video, and stay tuned for the next one.